Alright, so we actually just finished our unit testing stream, which I'm sure you guys saw the ferocious power of the Xing War Compass. So, on first look, I kind of thought this was a bit of a meme unit, but we quickly discovered its power here in campaign, especially in the realm of chaos. So what makes the Xing War Compass stack so scary? And it's not quite optimized. Obviously, we're under the restrictions of 50 or less turns right now, so I'm not able to get it to its best form. The best way to do it, for those of you guys looking to min-max this on launch, is to have a mass stack of Astromancers, which are, of course, the characters on the Xing War Compass mount. You can see here he does have access to it. So you'd want a stack of those, and then you want to mix in some Terracotta Sentinels to deal with the big monsters. Although, you know, you do have Final Transmutation and other spells to nuke SEMs as well. So the idea is that the Xing War Compass gives you the Nexus of Elemental Winds. So this gives you power recharge of 20%. And normally abilities like this don't stack, but in this campaign, or just in general, they do actually stack. So your Winds of Magic recharge, if you have a couple War Compasses, can just be insane. So you can get 20% times, 18, 19, 20, like how many you can get in your army, that is how much you can multiply that by 20%. It's really, really gross. And on top of that, you do have access to the Mastery of the Elemental Winds. So what this does is, when you have 2 or more units in your army that have this attribute, it increases the power of your spells. When this is really the epicenter of the build. Basically, all of your spells are going to be doing 200% more damage. That is where it caps. That one does have a limit. You actually can't go up that way. So again, we're pretty early in the campaign. It's not optimized. Obviously, you would want high-level characters. You want things on the tech tree that are going to be reducing the cost of the spell. So if you put in more points, it makes it cheaper. That is going to make this like stack much, much better. But again, we are restricted by the 50-turn timer right now, so we're not quite able to show you that. So we're going to go find a battle. We'll attack this Haggard Necromancer here, and he'll be our first victim, and it should be quite a bit of fun. So to really maximize the foulness of this build, you're going to want to stack up everything to the best of your abilities, get you guys here. Obviously, like, I haven't had the time to really min-max this because of the turn limits that have been imposed, but we're going to get some gross shit going, and we are going to have some fun. So let's go ahead and power lock these guys. We have Scarbrand as our first foe, and we will do the dreaded corner camp just to really, really show you guys. And what spells do we have here? We have Final Transmutation. Our wins right now, there you go. Okay, so 1 per 3 seconds. Look at the stacking modifier of the Nexus of Elemental Winds, and the power reserve is unlimited. So if you had like a true stack and they were all these casters, like Astromancers on those mounts, dude, it would be so gross. So now we're just chilling, letting our Winds of Magic build up. We're currently at 31. Let's see how high this goes. We're at 1 per 3. So if I had a couple more of these, I would be able to, get a little bit more. But you guys are going to see the true fury of this build here pretty soon as we build up Winds of Magic. We can move up now and just kind of get a nice little cozy position and let the forces of the Blood Gods swarm all over us. So this build, I'm telling you, is really, really foul. And the best way to do it, again, would be to have Terracotta Sentinels instead of these Halberds, because they could beat down Scarbrand. Scarbrand is actually like the one thing that is like a little bit problematic for our build, but you can counter that by bringing a couple casters that have like Final Transmutation, that have like nuke spells, whatever, and you're going to be a-okay. So let's just keep kind of cruising, and our wins is currently 67, so you can see how this is going to get truly disgusting as we continue to move up here. We can get some Longbow Riders and move them up to attack here as our blob, it just continues to waddle towards the Cornate forces. Just need to get them down the hill, and you guys will see. On top of that, you can see the damage of our spells is augmented. If we go here, you can see we do have 200% intensity at the top of the tooltip there, which is going to be indicating the bonus damage we get. So 200% more damage from that Final Transmutation. And yeah, it's pretty scary for sure. All right, so squaring up here, Corn camping on the hills. We can send them a little bit of a hello message so we can get our Dragon Man. And he can move up and just kind of lure them down the hill. So if Corn just wants to chill there, that's totally fine. We can open up with a little bit of magic here, but yeah, let's just go cast like a Final Transmutation or something. And I think we're almost in range. Yeah, we can get them here in a second. So let's waddle through the trees. Let's go, my friend. There you are. And 1, a 2, and a 3. And also, Zhao Ming's very good for this because he heals, so he's very sustainable. So we drop the Final Transmutation. It's going to nuke those guys, and now the entire army is going to move forward. Now, the Final Transmutation isn't like the breadwinner of this. It's actually the nukes and bombardment spell. So the boys are ready. They stand vigilant as we get popped by the skull cannons up in the high ground. Here comes a couple chariots, so whatever. We have halberds to kind of brace for these. Halberds should be able to deal with it. But yeah, for these like type of chariot characters, you would basically just use like a Final Transmutation, and then I'd go to my other metal caster and cast another one. Once that wears off, you guys get the picture. So you're just kind of chilling here, and their forces will be moving in just a second. And we also have this. It's kind of cool. We can pop this on our halberds here. So no problem. Let's go ahead and square up these halberds here against the charge. And here comes ya boy Scarbrand. So yeah, our Winds of Magic right now is 73, so we can basically just do whatever we want. Yeah, there's the big buff on our units. So now they're blobbing up on us. We can use the Final Transmutation. We can pretty much just rapid fire spells, but I want to get them really, really close so you guys can actually see what's going to be cracking here, although that big Manticore thing is kind of screwing with me a little bit. All right, so popping this, and we can pop this too, and we can just go absolutely bananas with all the spells. You have so many to choose from. This thing does actually get in the way every now and then, but check out the bombardment spells. It's going to do some fat damage. So here it comes. Boom, headshot, boom, headshot. Yeah, not the best cast because they did move a little bit, but now that we got them all blobbed up here, we should be able to get you some better angles. Perfect, and perfect. So let's drop another one right here, like right on top of these guys that are advancing in. We'll drop another one right here. We'll drop another one like over here. Yeah, and like this is going to be so much damage. Look at this. Oh god, it's so foul. It does so much damage. We're taking very little damage. If we had like Terracotta Sentinels, we would literally be taking no damage right there. Oh my god, look at the brutality. And hey, we're just getting started. You know, you want a little bit more? Let's go over here. We're out of wins now, but thankfully we regenerate so quickly that it just simply doesn't matter. And we could just like delete all these armies as they sit on top of us. We're taking pretty minimal damage. Our Lord takes a little bit, but again, he regenerates and he's not even in dragon form right now. So we'll go here, we'll switch, and yep, the magic is still pumping. Here are the Chaos Warriors getting crumped. And if we had a little bit of healing in our army, so if you were using the dragon, she would be able to cast like Earthbloods and stuff like that. And now we do have access to more bombards because our Winds of Magic is so insane. And again, this army is not optimized because we don't have like the later tier units or whatever, which would be very good for you know, making sure that we can constantly cast. We don't have the upgraded spells. We don't have the cost reduction. You want the Astromancers on these so you can get the Comet of Cassandora and have it be cost reduced with the tech tree stuff. So that's basically that. And then again, with SCMs, you would have like Terracotta Sentinels and you would have all sorts of scary stuff like that. And you could basically just dunk on any army. Like once you get upgraded Final Transmutation, we're still very much in the potato age in terms of like technology and stuff. So yeah, we just fast forward at this point. You guys more or less get the picture. You can just spam those spells, and in the Realm of Chaos, like you can just keep going. Like I have more again. It's going to be like recharging here super quickly. We have another Thunderbolt here. Let's drop it on these guys, and it does 200% more damage. So it just absolutely shreks the enemy army. And we took a little bit of damage, but again, our army isn't tuned. Like if we had the chance to get Astromancers plus Miao Ying for the healing on them, and then a couple Terracotta Sentinels, we would literally take like 0 damage. And mind you, we're fighting Scarbrand. If we were fighting like generic lords, we would have taken like almost no damage. Scarbrand was just able to go a little bit bananas there, but it's really strong, and look, it keeps going. So I fought them on fair terms. I got on their face, I went fisticuffs, I rolled with them. Imagine if I just corner camped and cheesed and they all blob up. Like the amount of cheese potential for this build is just so gross. All right, so if you want to min-max this bad boy, basically go to the Astromancers. You're going to want to get the upgraded Comet of Cassandora, which is going to be reducing the cost by quite a bit. Cooldown is reduced, the Winds of Magic cost is reduced by quite a bit, and you can just like spam those things all day. You also want to get him on the Wu Jing War Compass mount. So you're going to have like, 18 of those guys, maybe a couple Terracotta Sentinels. Miao Ying is probably a little bit better because she has healing. So like, and these are all SEMs, right? So they have a ton of HP, 95 armor, actually reasonably tanky. And they have decent combat stats themselves. They can like fight in melee too. So yeah, that's kind of the general idea of it. But hopefully this was helpful. You guys more or less got to see the idea. You go into the Realm of Chaos, you get infinite wins, and you just like get in a blob and nuke any army that jumps on top of you or spam Final Transmutations. If you want to be even more dirty, you can sit in the corner of the map and save up like just an insane amount of Winds of Magic before you go and fight, just to really min-max that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Look forward to seeing what you guys can come up with once you get this party started. I don't even have items like equipped, like proper items. I just kind of rushed through this really quickly. But yeah, you can have Winds of Magic augmenting items, all sorts of stuff to just make it. You can even get to the point where it's like 1 wins per 1 second, and it's just ludicrous. All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you next time and win the game. When I'm allowed to go past 50 turns, I will actually do a Miao Ying campaign that is going to be focused on the strategy. So it's going to be abusing the Wu Jing War Compasses, and we'll do like a full campaign using those, and it is going to be absolutely insane.